Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. And before we get into today's mailbag, I want to give some love to today's sponsor, Black Sunday Shop. Head on over to blacksundayshop.com. Use code Mitch. That way you're going to be able to save 20% off on Raiders gear. You can get shirts like this, sweatshirts, hats, snapbacks. They have all that good stuff for the holidays. Super chat coming in from Blue Tiger. When it came to wild draft picks, would you put blame more on Gruden or Mayock? Also, would we see a change next draft? From everything that I've heard and from people who I talk to that I personally trust, that I would consider my sources, they say that the crazy draft picks were more on John Gruden. At the end of the day, Mark Davis gave Gruden 51% control of overall Raiders decision-making. He gave Mayock 49%. What that basically means is Gruden had to say. So a lot of the picks that were going in the first round, they were more on Gruden. I would like to see Mayock get one more year without having Gruden trooping in his ear a little bit, but in terms of a next draft change, I don't know if we're going to see it. Everything I hear, they're going to keep Mayock, but you just never know. If they don't win another game this year and you go 6-11, honestly, man, then anything's possible. Next one coming in here from Emmanuel Salazar. Let's draft a wide receiver or a defensive tackle and go after Brandon Scherf. Love the show, Mitch. Sub since 59K. Ship. 59K subs, that's definitely going back there a little ways. We're getting close to 100,000, which is really, really crazy to me. But I agree, the top offensive guard in free agency is Brandon Scherf. Absolutely love that dude. And then in terms of the draft, you're going to see the Raiders, they're going to take a wide receiver. They're going to take a DT. I think what you're referring to here is, though, who they're going to take with that first round pick. We'll see who's available. I want the Raiders to go ahead and take the best available, and not looking just solely based on need, because let's face it, you lose 48-9, you got a lot more needs than what you really actually think about. So I agree. DT, wide receiver, even right tackles if there's many available. We'll see some offensive guards. Limbaum is another name to keep in mind there from Iowa. But you guys can go ahead, let me know who you want the Raiders to draft in the first round. Super chat coming in from Demarcus Williams. Remember when Mayock went to scout Kenny Pickett this season? I think he's the best quarterback for the Raiders. Can you rank the top quarterback prospects for me? Thanks, Mitch. So yes, there was a game, and I'm trying to think. I think it was North Carolina and Pittsburgh. They played, and they were looking at Howell and Pickett. I know for a fact that Mayock does actually like Kenny Pickett. Now, personally, I don't think I would take Pickett in the first round. He's probably going to end up going in the first round, though. The only quarterback that I have a lot of confidence in is Matt Corral. He's starting to become my favorite QB personally. I also like Carson Strong, but he depends on which head coach that we're going to be able to get out and get. In terms of Mike Mayock, though, I mean, we're going to find out if the Raiders need a quarterback or not, because from what it sounds like, either they're going to have Derek, you're going to know if the Raiders have DC or not going into the draft. If you don't, quarterback is very, very realistic in round one, and if the Raiders have DC, then I would think that they're not going to do it. But you guys let me know if the Raiders draft a quarterback in 2022. Let me know down in the comments who it should be. This one's coming in from Raider 209 Iceberg 76. Mark Davis is Tommy from the movie Tommy Boy. Best way I can explain why he needs to go. We blame players, but until Mark is gone, losing won't be fixed. You're not the first person to bring that up. You're also, I've heard the comparison to, what was the movie? Billy Madison, where you're basically given something that you're not ready for, and because your dad is who he is, then you get the keys to the car. Not that I totally disagree with you. I don't really think Mark Davis has done a very good job showing that he knows how to run a football team. I think he's done a good job of showing how to make money and how to run a business. But the issue is there's a difference between having a good football product and running a good business. Mark Davis needs to find somebody that can help him run football operations. Let's go to Zornell Malone. We need to contact on defense and get Khalil Mack. You're not going to get Khalil Mack, hate to break it to you, and then we need to contact on defense. Not 100% sure what you mean. The Raiders will end up getting a new defensive coordinator. That I can almost guarantee, but still a lot of different types of pieces here. But in terms of getting Khalil Mack, it's not going to happen. Muz Ishian. Hopefully I got Muzishin. All right. Musician. All right. Mitch, if the Raiders win out and make the playoffs, do you think we need to replace Derek Carr? If the Raiders win out and they make the playoffs, my conversation, my tone is going to change, because Obviously, if you're able to win these next 4 games, then you're not doing what you've previously done the past few seasons, collapse at the end. If DC, with the offensive line they have, with the wide receivers they have out there, with Greg Olsen and Bisaccia, I would say yes, you keep Derek Carr 1 more season. The issue is this. I love this team. I put a lot of pride in being able to, give you guys real-life analysis and my truth. I don't see that happening. Carr's playing scared. He's playing lost. The offensive line's bad. They can't do anything. When you look from top to bottom, the Raiders right now are a bottom 5 NFL team. And since week 9, since their bye, they are literally bottom 5 in almost every single offensive category. That's not going to get it done in the National Football League. Now, if you guys out there looking for brand new Raiders gear, Black Sunday Shop is going to hook you guys up, whether it's a sweatshirt, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, hats, snapbacks. We got it all for you. Gear, 20% off. All you got to do is use code Mitch. I'll spell it out for you. M-I-T-C-H. It kind of sounds like a nickname that you might call somebody, but I'm not going to go ahead and say that. BlackSundayShop.com. Snitch. Nope, that's not it. 20% off. And if you guys spend over $100, you get a free bandana. If you spend over $200 at checkout, you get a free cinchback bandana and 2 patches. One more time, y'all, that link is BlackSundayShop.com. Shout out to them for sponsoring today's show. 20% off. Make sure you use code Mitch at checkout. Jack Bishop, you're next up here on the Raiders Report. Who do you want from free agency that's realistic? I mean, realistic right now, anybody's literally available. And the reason why I say that is because the Raiders that are off season, if you decide, as it stands right now, your projected salary cap is $50 million. I believe the Raiders are going to get money back from Damon Arnett, and they're going to get money back from Henry Ruggs because conduct detrimental to the team. So you're going to get that type of money back. Then if you decide to move on from Derek Carr, and if you make a few other roster adjustments, it would not surprise me if the Raiders are in the 80, 85, 90 million cap range, which is going to be top 5 in the NFL. If you're in that range, there's a lot of players that are going to be available. You can get Devontae Adams. You can get Chris Godwin. You can go out and get Allen Robinson. In fact, one of the top receivers I would love the Raiders to go out and get right now is, in fact, Allen Robinson. Brandon Scherf's definitely another name to keep in mind. All right, y'all, what about Candy Paint Grills? Is Richie Incognito done for the season? Yes. Richie Incognito will not play this season. Rich Bisaccia said it earlier in the week that he does not anticipate that we see Incognito. And I've been trying to tell y'all for weeks that don't hold your breath. And I saw people on IG, told people on Twitter that, oh, Mitch doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just a guy on YouTube. Sure, I am just the guy on YouTube. But I do my homework. You are not going to see Richie Incognito on the field this entire season. Now, if you don't believe me that I've said those things, you can go ahead. You can look at the old transcripts, the receipts. We got them. The videos. We have had over, 1,500 videos on this YouTube channel, which is kind of a crazy thing. Now, we are a very interactive show, but we do news. We do rumors. We keep you up to date all season long. There's not another channel that does what we do. So please subscribe. It's 100% free. Let's go to Captain Rex. I feel like we need a better offensive guard since the pocket closes before Carr can think about throwing the ball. I don't know if you mean I think you mean offensive guard. Yeah, John Simpson was actually not that bad this past week. Him and Andre James were the only 2 players on the offensive line that didn't allow a quarterback pressure. I believe Colt Miller, Brandon Parker, and Leatherwood all allowed over 11 pressures, which I'm telling you right now is terrible. The Raiders are going to stick with Leatherwood. Like, the offensive line going into next offseason is going to be Colt Miller at left tackle, Andre James, I would anticipate at center, unless you get Linderbaum. Then if you get Linderbaum out of Iowa, you put him at center. You kick Andre James over to left guard. You put Alex Leatherwood at right guard. And then you got to figure out what you're going to do at right tackle. But the offensive guards definitely need to be better. They're going to draft some as well because you just need more depth at this point. L.I. Raider, looking like Klee is going to be missing a bunch of guys. If we lose this week, we need to blow up the whole organization. I mean, the Raiders are going to clean house no matter what. I'm telling y'all right now, the Raiders will clean house from top to bottom. And you're right. the Cleveland Browns are going to be missing definitely a few players. They're going to be without Jedrick Wills, Jarvis Landry. They're going to be without Austin Hooper. Plenty guys. 5 starters the Browns will not have. And when you look right now, the over-under is at 40 points when I'm making this video on Tuesday, so keep that in mind. And the Browns are -3 favorites. So 2 players that I want you guys to be watching for, though, for the Las Vegas Raiders are these guys, Malcolm Koonce and Divine Diablo. Both of the rookies drafted out of the 3rd round. Reports have already come out and said that they are going to get extra snaps in this game. So let me know who's the better player. Type K for Koonce or D for Diablo. At this current juncture, I'm still going to say that I believe that Divine Diablo is going to be a better prospect in the long term, though I've been very impressed with Koonce so far. 2 sacks in 2 games. Now, we are doing a mailbag here since YouTube's being a little bit clunky right now and allowing us to bring in questions. If you haven't seen your question on the show, please hit me up on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365.